Boom on Sports. We talk about different topics. We attack sports from different angles. And my good buddy here, we met not too long ago at the AM1 Open, not too this summer, and just a cool vibe. And followed each other, show each other love on the gram. And then she posted something about this Travis Kelce situation. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know, Travis Kelce, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, real cool guy. I think he's very relatable. He went full Yo Gotti with Taylor Swift. If y'all know about the Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons, he shot his shot online or through social media or through some channels openly. And, Taylor Swift was at the game this weekend sitting next to his mother. And when he scored a touchdown, she's getting a little happy, and then, of course, social media, they catch on to stuff, and it's been trending. And if you don't know, Travis Kelce, he was down for the Brown not too long ago. I don't know what happened with the situations. I ain't all in everybody's business, but my own girl telling Nicole is like, yo, what's going on? We gotta talk about this on the pod. So, you know what I mean? Just tell us how you feel. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, I have so many thoughts about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. So first of all, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for letting me come on. See you doing your thing, and I love it. So thank you for letting me come and just give my little opinion.
It's
But
no
obviously,
little. We don't use the word little. It's either it's yours or it's not. You know what I mean? Everything we do is big. But go ahead.
period. Yeah, so I follow pop culture real heavy. Like I'm NPR, I'm a publicist. Like you said, one of my clients is And1. I am always kind of keeping my ear to the ground in pop culture. I love celebrity gossip. That's like my guilty pleasure. And I think that the reason why the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, link up is breaking the internet right now is because of how big, this is for three different audiences. We have three different audiences kind of tapped into what's going on. So we have Taylor Swift's audience, like, and low key, I'm a Black Swiftie. I'm a Swiftie on the low.
Okay.
But we have her fans of like your typical, basic girl who loves pumpkin spice and going to Target on Saturday and listens to Taylor Swift and loves fall. You have them now tapped into what's going on in the sports world. Now you have them buying jerseys, you have them like caring about who, Travis Kelce is. But then you also have Travis Kelce's, audience of sports fans, bros, jocks are now kind of tapped into the world of Taylor Swift. And I think that all wouldn't be as big as it is if we didn't have the element of Black culture. Black Twitter is also tapped in to this link up. And the reason is because Travis Kelce used to date one of the baddest, Black IG models out there. And so now you have all these different audiences. You have all these different media platforms from the Shade Room to E! News to ESPN talking about, this link up because of how it's like impacting every, kind of audience from each angle. Some people are speculating, like, is it a PR stunt? And honestly, I don't think it is a PR stunt.
Okay.
Just putting on, my PR lens. If you know anything about Taylor Swift is like a lover girl. She is very open about who she's dating. She really does need to be careful with Travis Kelce. I don't know if you know, but Taylor Swift like dates, she gets her heart broken or she breaks hearts and then she makes songs about it. And that's like, she makes like, hits about it. And
Oh boy.
so, yeah, like she's known for talking about almost every ex in her songs. So everyone's kind of speculating like once Travis Kelce does the fuckboy thing, he's going to get turned into a song. But she's genuinely a lover girl. So she probably needs to be careful. I think that, I think that she's flattered that he shot his shot. I think that, less of this being a PR move on her end, because she does not need to do any, relationship PR stunts. She's just not, she's not desperate in that sense. She's one of the biggest, celebrities out there. She's the, white girl version of Beyonce, like they love Taylor Swift. She doesn't need to do any, relationship stunts, but she also just got out of a relationship herself. So I think that she's kind of like popping out, like, look, I'm with this football player, like she's kind of in her vibe. And I think Travis Kelce is being strategic with what he's doing because this just gets him more publicity and a bigger celebrity status. And so I don't think that it was necessarily a PR move between their teams, but I think it is definitely a strategic link up, if that makes sense.
I mean,
and I was saying, oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying, he scored a touchdown, and that's a celebration that she gave. I don't know. I saw the replay. And let's fucking go, and I'm like, all right. This might that's ride or die status. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even know how much she knows about football and stuff like that. But this is an interesting perspective. And she was sitting next to his mom, like,
which is crazy. Like, I think that, and I don't know how like tapped in you are to the conversations that are going on Black Twitter and in our culture about this.
Well, I will say that I'm not as tapped in about the conversations that are going on Twitter, but I am tapped into the other side, the jock side, where dudes are like, we're not going to be talking about Taylor Swift. This is football season, all this and good stuff. I'm like, what? I was like, what is going on? I was like, oh, this is perfect timing though, because Nicole is coming on right now. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think Black Twitter is in a frenzy because we're seeing, so in what we ended up seeing and finding out about Travis Kelce and Kayla Nicole, they were like a cute couple. Like he had kind of like his Malibu's Most Wanted swag going on. He was fine. He had his beard, like he was dating this badass Black woman. They were a super cute couple. We found out like when they broke up, there's some rumors that he was not treating her right. Like she was like in it for the long run. Like she wanted to get married. He wasn't married. He wasn't ready to marry her. I think he cheated on her. And then it came out that he wasn't paying for shit. Like he wasn't paying for anything. He didn't, help her kind of get set up in her career and like, like he just wasn't putting her on in any way. But then you see, all this effort he seems to be putting into his newfound relationship with Taylor Swift. And so I think Black women are now kind of like, were we tricked? Did Travis Kelce trick us? Like, he cut his beard now.
This is the House of Boom podcast. I'm your host.
Views right now because, and he switched up his type from a Kayla Nicole to your traditional standard, white girl, like, Taylor Swift. And so it's kind of, I think it's just interesting to Black Twitter right now. It's like, we invited you to the cookout and, like you're kind of, I don't want to say turning on us, but it's just definitely like a 180 of what we thought he was giving when he was in that relationship with Kayla Nicole. Yeah.
He came to the cookout, and I know he got that good plate too. I know he had a good plate.
And he walks right out the cookout. Okay, he came in and walked right out.
Come on, Travis. Come on. You know what's gonna happen. Like they say all men do. He gonna, Taylor gonna do his thing. She gonna make a song. Then he gonna be back on the street, and then he gonna come right back to the sisters. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder. I think people are wondering, like, because this is clearly like this is definitely a little fling, a little link up. Like, I'm not expecting this to be any kind of long-term relationship. But I do wonder, like, once he does give his moment from this, is he gonna go back to dating Black women? Are we going to see him with more, women like Taylor Swift? Like, I guess, like, what is his vibe? What is his type? Like, that's what we're all kind of wondering.
Well, I love the fact that you're making sure you're clear. You're not like giving any hard opinions or anything. You just what you're expressing what the curiosity is with this relationship and what he really likes. And you know, it's funny. Somebody I was on another podcast the other day. Somebody asked me who was somebody who was like very relatable to like everybody. And I was like, and this is when I first heard something about Taylor Swift. And I was like, nah, but Travis Kelce, you know, again, the cookout vibe, like, you're welcome. Like, he's somebody who could, like, yo, you can come to the cookout or you can go to this and that. I will say that on Sunday when he had the mustache was throwing me off. He looked like one of those state troopers that be on the bikes with the mustache.
Yeah,
No disrespect to
yeah.
any state troopers. I'm not trying to get pulled over. I do got my PBA card too. But it just looked like one of those Mountie troopers. I was like, what's going on? Only thing that's missing is the hat, man. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you, that's, you know, I don't know. That's like me being in a relationship with a white woman, and then, you know, I'm old enough to say who somebody would be like Janet Jackson. Like, Janet Jackson, give me a chance to, you know, even Janet Jackson is she older now. She still could get it. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, that's like somebody be like, all right, but you was just with Susie Q, but now Janet Jackson gonna give you a shot. I gotta take it. You know what I mean? You know,
I
and
don't know.
so
I feel like Black Twitter doesn't. We respond differently when you leave a white girl and go to a Black girl than we do when you leave a Black girl and go to a white girl. Like,
okay.
I think the sentiment is a little different among our culture because I think we just love to see Black women loved. You know, like, I
Mm,
think we love to see Black women get their flowers. Like, it's just so rare, you know, like, to see Black women truly, truly, like, appreciated, loved, respected. And I think it's just when we see, you know, like, a Black woman winning, we're rooting for it. And then I feel like if we see you leave a Black woman and go to a white woman, I think it kind of just, you know, just culturally it messes with, you know, our viewpoint. I mean, that's just an opinion. I don't know. What do you think? Like, how do you feel about him going from a Kayla Nicole to a Taylor Swift?
I gotta check out the thing is, I wasn't. I I I kind of I remember seeing a couple pictures or everything like that. I don't know. I remember. I think like telling Nicole got it. Like, I think she got it. Like, she like my cup of tea type. I'll be honest with you. I'm the most non-Swiftiest person, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I
Yeah.
don't. You couldn't tell me a Taylor Swift song. I probably listen to it all the time, but don't really. You know, like, stuff be on and be like, okay, and they be like, oh, that's Taylor Swift. I'll probably be like, oh, that's Taylor Swift. But I will say this. You know, everybody knows my podcast. I'm very transparent. I work a side hustle, so I do Uber and Lyft and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell you, there's a Beyonce concert and there's a Taylor Swift concert, and there's a difference. Them people, no. People come far and wide for Beyonce. They show up. Beyonce done made the state of New Jersey, New York, a lot of money with her 2-3 day appearance. But when Taylor Swift showed up, people was crossing the highway for her. I don't know, you know, I don't know if you've ever been to MetLife Stadium. That's where the Giants and the Jets play. There's a big mall across the street called American Dream. And I'm talking about people were in the streets, go crossing the streets for her. They just risking it all just to get to the state. I'm like, yo, I'm like, who brought this out? And I thought it was like a, you know, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a Bon Jovi concert because usually he brings a crowd out. And they was like, nah, this is Taylor Swift. And I mean,
Yeah.
the parking lot was full. Beyonce was full. Taylor Swift was full. You know, you could throw a couple to the third powers on that joint. So I do know the magnitude of who Taylor Swift is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to say the least.
It's like a downgrade upgrade. You know, like, I can't even hold you. Like, it's like Kayla, it seems like more of like the authentic, down to earth, gorgeous. You know, she's funny. I don't, you know, if you people follow her on Instagram, she's funny. She's very loving, and she's gorgeous. Like, period. You cannot get around like Kayla Nicole is like a bad bitch, but like also it's Taylor Swift. So, you know, in terms of like, I guess just overall like beauty, like Kayla is definitely there. Like she's just, that girl. But then Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift. So it's like
Right.
he did like a downgrade, upgrade, and one, like I can't be mad at him for pulling Taylor Swift. And I mean, he is not in a relationship anymore. You could date who you want to date.
Right.
So he's not wrong. It's just crazy how, this relationship, I think, or this link up just has us all in like a social frenzy or a frenzy on social media, I think, because of the different audiences, this, news is reaching. Usually, if you hear about Taylor Swift, you're already a part of that audience. Like you're not hearing, like if
Right.
you're talking about Travis Kelce, like you're already in that audience.
Mm-hmm.
But like now you have, her fans in the conversation, you have his fans in the conversation, you have Black Twitter in the conversation, and you just have a lot of opinions and a lot of reactions, Yeah.
It's quite interesting. It's quite
Yeah.
interesting. I really hope that you are able to express yourself in what you thought about this whole conversation, and I wanted to. I thought it would be dope if I ran like a social experiment, So I guess my social experiment is if it worked for Travis Kelce, it could work for me, right? So Kayla Nicole, listen, if you need a shoulder to cry on, a hug, or you just want to come tell your side of the story, or if you need a rebound, I'm available. Listen, Kayla, holla at me. But now it's out there. This is going to be out on the internet. So listen, if you want to come tell you, Black Twitter, hug, I'll take you out to dinner. I'll do all the things. Travel. Well, I can't afford all that, but at least I'll put the effort in, right? Kayla Nicole, I'm here for you.
Well, I'm rooting for you.
There
I'm
we
rooting
go.
for you.
There we go.
I will I will repost if you post on social.
Oh,
No, it's it would be interesting. She's been very quiet with all of this going on. She hasn't been posting on Instagram. So, I don't know. I wonder if, she's getting ready to, tell her side or, speak her piece on it. That would be real interesting to hear, her POV on things.
I'm here for it. I hope to hear it. Now I'm invested. Now I got to find out what her side of the story is, so that you can come back and talk about it, and then really dig in, because I know right now you're lightly digging your nails into this, but when she tell her side, oh Lord, Black Twitter is gonna come. Like, what he did, what hopefully it ain't nothing crazy or nothing like that. It's just like
Yeah.
you ain't ish type stuff. But this is going on socials. You're not afraid to say your piece. Where can anybody find you? Any information that you would like to give out right now?
For sure. You can follow me at Taylor Nicole Lowe. So that's Taylor Nicole LO. On Instagram, I follow back. So yeah, and I love to talk about pop culture. I could talk about pop culture all day. So if anyone wants to just chat about it in the DMs, I'm down.
That's what it is. We might have to make you a regular part of, maybe a regular, because the Boom More Sports thing is still something new. The House of Boom podcast has been going for a year and a half, almost 2 years, but Boom More Sports is something a little different that I'm bringing to it, and I'd love to have this angle coming in, where we have the on the field stuff, and then we have the off the field stuff. That's interesting. So we're gonna talk more about this for real. So if y'all want to see Taylor Nicole, just so y'all don't get it mixed up, she wasn't the one dating driver. She got a boo thing, all that good stuff. Make sure, fellas, if you slide in the DMs, slide respectfully and professionally. I always have to put that out there so that people understand. But you know what I mean? You're going to be able to find her. She gave you all the IG information. I appreciate you coming on and just sharing your piece. And I look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Yep.
It's different.